Hey, what's up, everyone? Maroni here. So today is the first Saturday of May, and that means it's Free Comic Book Day. For those of you who don't know, every first Saturday of May, uh, a lot of the companies release free issues of comic books. So you can go to a comic book store and pick up a few free copies of comics. It's not necessarily free. The comic book stores do pay for them, but they use it as a promotional tool. So if you go to a comic book store today, be sure to buy something because they do pay for those free comic books that you're getting. FYI. But yeah, it's Free Comic Book Day, so of course I went down to my not so local comic book store. It was like an hour away because I live in the middle of nowhere. But you know, picked up my free comics. Yeah. And I bought a bunch of comics. Like I said, they're giving away the comic book issues for free, the comic book stores, but they do pay for them. So again, if you go to a comic store to get some of these free comics, be sure to buy at least one thing, to be supportive, because the movies are doing fantastic, but not necessarily the stores. So okay, I wanted to do a haul of what I got. Like I said, I got quite a few things. Let's start with the stuff that were free. So first issue, The Tick, Free Comic Book Day issue 2018, The Tick. I love The Tick. The Tick is hilarious. He has a new show right now on Amazon. If you haven't seen it, I recommend it. It's fantastic. The comics are fun, hilarious. The old 90s cartoon, fantastic. And the comics are good as well. I don't usually pick them up always, but it's, free. Gotta have it. So, that's one. Got free 5 comic books. My Hero Academia. The manga is amazing. I love it. It's fantastic. Not my favorite manga, but it's definitely a good, it fills the void of the Naruto and Bleach for me. It's getting there. It's becoming really great. The anime is good as well. I recommend the anime and the manga. Check it out. So I had to pick this up. I'm pretty sure I probably already read this story. It's probably one of the chapters of the manga that's already out, and I keep up with it. But it's still good. So I had to pick it up. Is gotta represent my manga. This is Invasion. I don't know much about it. It just looks interesting. The character on the cover is Captain Canuck, I believe. He's this Canadian superhero who's somewhat interesting. I haven't read a lot of his comic books, but he has a cool design, and I like his universe and stuff. So I had to check it out. Hopefully it's fantastic. That's number 3. Number 4, woo, Power Rangers Shattered Grid, the Free Comic Book Day one. So Shattered Grid is a current event that's happening in the Power Rangers comic books by Boom Comics. It's fantastic. I love it. Like, I haven't really been into Power Rangers since I was young. Like, it's not that I hate it now. I just kind of grew out of it. But I started reading it when the Boom Comics came out, and especially with this Shattered Grid comic. So what it is that there's this evil version of Tommy named Lord Draken, and he's pretty much going to different Power Ranger universes or different teams of Power Rangers and kind of destroying them and trying to take their powers and whatnot. It's actually really interesting and fantastic. I've been enjoying it. So I can't wait to read this one and see what it adds to the story. And last but not least, whoa, The Amazing Spider-Man. Whoa, watch out, Spider-Man. Now, I've been looking forward to this because Dan Slott just finished his 10-year run of Spider-Man, which had its ups and downs, but for the most part, I really enjoyed it. What makes me really excited for this is not necessarily the writer, Nick Spencer, who did the Superior Foes of Spider-Man, but Ryan Otley. He does the art, which is fantastic. Let me take a look at that. He did the art for Invincible for about 15 years or something like that. I don't know. More or less, out of like the 144 issues, he did like 120 issues. He is amazing. One of the things I loved about Invincible was the arts, and that was Ryan Otley. He's one of my favorite artists out there for comic books. So I'm really excited to read this. I'm really excited to, Spider-Man's my favorite superhero, so having, my pretty much favorite artist on it Like, I'm so excited, super excited. I can't wait for this run, and hopefully he stays on the comic for a good few years because he really deserves it. He's really a great, fantastic artist. You know, love Spider-Man. Ryan, he's gonna kill it easily. So, how to pick that up because it's gonna be fantastic. All right, so these are the issues I picked up that I paid for myself. I didn't get a lot. I bought 5 as well, mostly back issues. So this is the first one, New Mutants #1. This is a very old issue from like 2006 or 2005, I want to say. The reason I picked this up was because I'm trying to collect the issues with a lot of my favorite X-Men in them, like first appearances. And Wind Dancer is a mutant from the X-Men comics, and her first appearance is in this issue. So I just kind of had to pick it up because I do like her character. She's not very important in the universe, and she kind of lost her powers and yada comic book stuff. But I still like the character, so I had to pick this up because I saw it and I was like, yeah, you know, I gotta get it. The next two, Walking Dead, the current storyline. I like The Walking Dead. I love the show. Love the comic books. Robert Kirkman, fantastic writer. Like I said, Invincible, where Ryan Utley did the work. Robert Kirkman is the series creator, and he wrote the entire story, and he was fantastic. The entire Invincible line is amazing. I highly recommend it. I cannot recommend it enough. I'm actually wearing the t-shirt right now of Invincible. Woo! So, love the series. So, Walking Dead, of course, I had to pick these up because I was 2 issues behind, and these are the 2 current issues. So, I picked them up today because I was down there, and I can't wait to read them. So, the next issue I got is Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man. So this is also a slightly older issue. I think it came out last year. I don't even remember. Maybe a couple of years ago. But maybe this year. I don't know. Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man 790. The reason I got it, not necessarily because of the story or anything, I got it for the cover. You see the character on the floor. His name is Clash. He's a new character, newish character. Been around for like 2 years that Dan Slott created for his run of Amazing Spider-Man. I really like the character. I love his design, and I love his powers of sound and everything. So every time I see a cover with him on it, I've been trying to pick it up because he's really become one of my favorite characters. And hopefully they use him in the next run of Amazing Spider-Man because, like I said, he is one of my favorite characters, so it'd be fun to see him. So the last issue I bought, Power Rangers #9, Go-Go, or Mighty Morphin Power Rangers #9. Yeah. By Boom Studios. I got this issue because this is the first appearance of Lord Draken. I actually already have an issue of this, but I saw it at the store. I was the only one left, and I was like, you know, there's not a lot of these out there in the wild, so I picked it up because, like I said, it's the first appearance of Lord Draken, and I'm a collector, and it's always good to have a couple of issues of key issues. So I don't know if it'll ever be worth anything in the future, but if it is, I might be able to trade it for something better or even sell it. Who freaking knows? But either way, like I said, it's a good addition or, you know, a second copy for my collection because I love it. Comic book collector, have been for a long time. So that's pretty much it for Free Comic Book Day. That's all I got. The 5 free issues and then the 5 that I bought. Like I said, if you go out to get free comic books, be sure to buy something. Like I said, the movies are doing fantastic. The Marvel movies are killing it and everything. And there's a lot of superhero shows on TV. But it doesn't necessarily mean that the comic books are selling super well. They're doing decently, but they're not doing as amazing or as great as they should be doing. And the comic book stores kind of suffer because you can just buy your comics electronically, have them digitally, or just buy them off Amazon or online, which is something I have to do because I live so far away from the comic book store. But whenever I'm in the area, I'm sure to buy a comic book or a few issues or something to support the brick and mortar stores because they really need the sales and everything. So if you go out for free comic book day, be sure to buy something. Or if you like the movies or whatever, go buy some of the comics and check them out. They're fantastic. You know, I love comic books, and even if you only pick up a random issue, it's something. It does something to help the store and the comic books by himself because, you love Spider-Man and the movie does fantastic, but, it doesn't mean his comic book series can never be canceled if it does bad enough. You never know. Not that Spider-Man would do bad, but, it is what it is. That's it. I had a great time. There's a lot of stuff there. There was a replica of a DeLorean from Back to the Future, which I thought was cool. They had a lot of vendors out there, which is the fun thing about Free Comic Book Day. A lot of the stores make it a big event. So there was people selling stuff and a few people in cosplay and everything. Like I said, there was a DeLorean there. So I had a lot of fun. It was cool. Picked up some good comic book issues for my collection. I can't wait to read them, which I'll probably do after I post this video. Other than that, fantastic. Like I say, if you go out for a Free Comic Book Day, be sure to buy something. If you love the Marvel movies, the DC movies, be sure to buy some comics and support the comic book industry, because it's a great thing to do. Even some indie comics. There's not just DC or Marvel, Image, Boom Studios, whoever. If you see something interesting, just pick it up. It helps. But that's it. If you went out for Free Comic Book Day, what issues did you pick out? Or if you do collect comic books or read comic books, what is your favorite series? Let me know in the comments below. As always, thank you for watching, like and subscribe, and I will catch you on the next one. Peace out.
Hey, if you like this video, we have several other awesome videos you can check out. And again, thanks for watching.